Hi everybody, Giselle here, AZ Social Media Wiz, coming to you from sunny, very sunny, Phoenix, Arizona. And I was trying to figure out what to talk about today, and Monday night I got the idea because I attended NetworkingPhoenix.com's signature event, and that's NetworkingPhoenix.com is a website where you can go to find out all the local networking events here in the Phoenix Valley. And it covers the whole valley. And believe me, this is a pretty big valley if you've never been here. And but what was interesting is right afterwards, I'm all the cards the business cards that I picked up, I was looking for some of these people on LinkedIn. And the funny thing is I have their name, I have their email address, and I remember meeting them. So I'm looking for their picture. And I find one gal who I'm not sure because she doesn't have a picture. And the thing is there's another gal with the same name. So I'm guessing. And so you don't want people to do that. So this is one of the important things about putting a picture on LinkedIn. You know, it doesn't have to be professionally done, though if you can, it looks better if it's a professional shot. It has to be professional looking. And people think, well, I do these networking events and I get around. But the thing is, with social media networking, it's I'd say like live networking on steroids, because it's up 24/7. There are two people joining LinkedIn every second. So that means your network is growing all the time. And, it's not who you know, it's who your friends know. And that's the whole thing about networking. I remember going to a networking on how to network class that Gelly put on before her, or one of her events a few years ago. And he explained, okay, if this is you, and this is one of your clients, and this is the person that could be a potential client, okay, more than likely, these other people in between are not going to buy from you. But this person might. So you're not going to get to this person until you've gone through these three. So the idea is to meet people and see how you can help each other. Talk to them. What do they do? What's their business? What's their story? And how did they get into this business? Why are they there? Who are they trying to reach? Who's their target market? That's what networking is about. And today, this Wednesday afternoon here in Phoenix, everything's abuzz because Donald Trump is coming here to talk about immigration. That's a whole big thing, but we won't get into that. But I have a friend who's a songwriter, and she wrote a song that she thinks would be great for Donald Trump to use in his campaign. Now, the thing is, how the heck do you get to somebody who can get to Donald Trump? Well, it's one of those, remember back several years ago when there was this thing of the 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon. So, it's, somebody who knows 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 Kevin Bacon. Okay, well, those 6 degrees are now 3.5. And it's because of social media. Because more than likely, you are connected to somebody via social media. So, she's going to go down there, try to get there early. And believe me, I went to his rally when he first said he was running. Phoenix was one of his first stops. And I thought I got there early. And the line was twice around the block. And believe me, there's so much security on there that you can't get close at all. Never mind talking to somebody about selling them something. Forget it. So I wish her luck. I don't know if she's going to have any luck. But the way she should have done this is to find out who the campaign person is for his campaign is here in Arizona. Look him up on LinkedIn. See if he's in your network. If he's a number 2, then there's one person in between you and him. Okay, so you go to that connection that you've got in common and request an introduction. That's how you get into it. If he's a number 3, that one's a little bit more difficult, because it's not going to show you the number 2 person. It'll show you the number 1 person. So you've got to go contact your number 1 person that says, hey, listen, this so-and-so is a number 2 to you. He's a number 3 to me. Can you please look in your account and see who you know who's in between you two, and then introduce me to them, and to help me get introduced to the person I want to meet. Okay, that one takes a little bit more finessing, but that's what we're here for. We're here for networking. That's why we're on LinkedIn. Okay, so that's what you need to think about. So you're not on LinkedIn to sell stuff. You're in LinkedIn to connect, to become known as an expert in your field by the things that you post, the things that you talk about, the articles that you write. And so people know who you are, and that's what's important. Now, live networking events are fine. In fact, I'm going to one in about an hour and a half, and then I have another one tomorrow night. You know, because I know my target market is at these live networking events. Okay, and that's what's important too, because some of the people that were there on Monday night, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not their target market. I'm not even going to go there. So I'm not interested, and they're not reading my target market. So, but I'm sure they may have met other people there that built awareness of what they do and so forth, and they were giving away freebies, and like I got this little doohickey guy for squeezing, which with my arthritis, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, and you get a bunch of free pens. Oh my god, I don't have to buy pens. I go to these networking events, I get free pens, and which are fantastic, but after they run out, what happens? They're gone. I can't even read this. The type is so small. But the thing is, with social media, the idea is to get people to follow you because you're putting out good content. So that means you're blogging, you're doing videos, you're doing live videos like this one, you're doing podcasting is another one. If you're dealing with the arts or anything with graphics or creative work, you're putting out good pictures, even motivational quotes. I'm working with a client right now that they're in the process of opening up a craft beer brew pub in North Phoenix. Well, I discovered on Pinterest, of all places, a bunch of beer quotes. And so I've been gathering them up because I'm going to, train once. I'm helping them build a following right now, but once I give them back the reins, I want to have this all set up for them. So I have all these pictures that they can post on their social media that people are going to love, especially beer lovers. Beer lovers are going to love these. And that's the idea. They want to attract people who like beer because they're going to have 100 taps of all different types of craft beer, all different flavors, mostly local beers. And I think this place is fantastic. It's called Growler USA, and they're opening in a couple of weeks in High Street up on Desert Ridge in North Phoenix. And but that's that's what I do. And how did she find me? She Googled me. Okay, so even working on all the stuff that you're doing on social media and LinkedIn, it helps you come up on the first page of Google. I've gotten speaking engagements because of LinkedIn. So this stuff works if you do it right. And like I said last week, you have to be persistent. You have to plan it out. You have to have patience because it takes a lot of work. Going to one networking event isn't going to garner you 50 new clients. No, it's not. Okay, but what's going to happen is, like last night, I met another photographer and videographer. Well, I'm always dealing with people who need photographers and videographers. So I just added them to my virtual Rolodex, which is LinkedIn, and I've got the information. So when I have a client who needs video stuff, I can give them 3 people to go get quotes from. Same thing with web designers. I don't do that work. So I refer out to experts in that, and that's what it's about. So if somebody asks me for a photographer, I just go on LinkedIn and I just, and I search for photographer and I look at all the people that come up in my network, and then I say, well, what part of the valley are you in? So and then I'll narrow it down and send them a couple of people. So that's what it's about. And, so people get all, overwhelmed with the technology and don't know what to do. So you have to all take a step back. What do you want to accomplish? Who is your target market? Goes back to that, and not anybody who can buy your product. So you need to find that niche. Where are they? I wrote a blog post the other day on should you be on Snapchat? And somebody asked me the other day, are you on Snapchat? I'm like, no. My target market is not on Snapchat. Snapchat is 25 and under. Okay, that's not my target market. But if you're selling, sports attire, yes, that's your target market. Okay, so then, yeah, you need to be on Snapchat. So, and Instagram. Now, the brew pub's going to be on Instagram. That one, definitely. Snapchat, I don't think so. I think it's a much younger crowd, actually. So, but there's a lot of things that they're going to be able to do in social media, and I discovered a bunch of apps for people to actually find local beers, and so since they're going to have them all in one place, I hope that's going to help them a lot. But that's the thing. So you want the first thing you need to do is figure out, plan out your objectives, get your branding together, define your target market. You can have more than one target market. I've talked to businesses that are both B2B and B2C. And so the percentage of the business that you get from either dealing, business to business or business to consumer, that's how you divide up your time on social media and your efforts on blogging and on social media. But you have to plan that out. You can't just start posting on Facebook and hope somebody's going to find you. No, that goes back to the if you build it, they will come. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to put a concerted effort out there to go look for these people on social media, start following them. The other thing is influencers. Okay, the influencers are people in your industry or have the power to influence potential clients of yours, and you can meet those at live networking events, and you can meet them on social media. One of the things, like local food bloggers. So that's one of the things that I want to connect my client to. So I'm following them, and every time you follow somebody, they get notified and they notice you, and that's the idea. We're opening soon. We'll get that buzz going. We're opening soon. So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind of, what your objective is and how best to use social media to obtain those objectives. What's your strategy? What is your tactical plan? All of this you need to do, otherwise everything that you do, you might as well just forget it, because it's not going to work, because you're not doing it right, you're not doing it properly, you're going to fail. And you're not in business to fail, you're in business to succeed. And yeah, people make mistakes. In fact, that's why I wrote my 216 mistakes small businesses make on social media and online marketing. It's a free ebook. It's on my website. So go ahead and go to, in fact, right here in my Facebook page, the top link is a link to go grab that ebook and take a look. And it's broken down through the major networks, also blogging and websites. So what mistakes are you making? And I say at the end, if you've counted 20 mistakes that you've made here, you need to get your act together. You need to get social savvy. So get networking, get on it. And tonight I'm going to the Metro Phoenix Chamber and the Southwest Veterans Chamber and the Peoria Chamber mixer event in Maggiano's in North Scottsdale. Tomorrow night I'll be down at the Embassy Suites Biltmore for Arizona Regional Mixer. That's at 5:30. So yeah, I'm going to be out there. So, or find me online. You can find me. That's the thing. You can find me online. And tomorrow afternoon, I have my blogging class at Greater Phoenix SCORE. So if you want to learn how to blog effectively, come to that class. Okay, go to, what is it, scorephoenix.org? Yeah, scorephoenix.org. That's their blog, and you'll see the list of classes on the left-hand side. And mine is the first one there because it's tomorrow. And so you can take my blogging class. And I talk a little bit about social media there too and how it all works together with blogging. But the whole idea is you want to get found when people are looking for what it is that you do. Okay. And a lot of times too, you think about this. If you've met somebody networking and you talk to them, and you told them what it is that you do, they may remember your name, your company name, and then when somebody asks them, do you know somebody, they're going to say, yeah, Google Social Media Whiz, she'll come up. All right, so make sure that the way people remember you will be the way that people can find you when they Google you. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. So what are they going to enter into the search box to find you? And that's really important. So put yourself in your target market shoes. That's the perspective that I talked about last week. You know, what's their perspective on how they see your business and how they're going to find you on social media? Because when somebody wants something, they're going to Google it. So it's up to you to come up when they're looking for what it is that you have to offer. Okay? So that's it for today. Wednesdays with the Wiz, every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And I will see you off in one of these networking events. So take care and we'll see you next week.